Are you looking for new apps for your congregation?
I am the new president of our congregation, but I don't feel very prepared for my new role.
I see.
I especially yearn to find a community of other leaders, other presidents to talk to and to ask questions of.
We have an app for that. We have many opportunities for the presidents, moderators and board chairs of our at the spring annual meeting, and at the fall leadership day, there are opportunities for the presidents to network. Our district executive has a monthly webinar for presidents, just like you, to learn from one another. We also encourage the presidents and the ministers in each cluster to get together. These are all great ways to learn from one another.
That sounds great. But I have another concern. Sometimes I don't feel like I have the right skills to lead the congregation.
Your feelings are not unusual. Leadership in a congregation feels challenging because we are not hierarchical. But our leaders still need to be true leaders, to keep our congregations true to their mission and values. We have many opportunities for leadership development. For example, we offer leadership schools. You might consider attending one this summer.
I would like to experience something like that. But I may have difficulty taking time off of work.
We also offer workshops on weekends. And there are all kinds of webinars available.
Excellent. I didn't know there were so many ways to become a better leader. Thank you.
That was a great presentation.
Thank you.
I especially like that film clip that you shared from UU University. I wish I could show it to my congregation.
We have a thingamajig for that. It is available at the UU bookstore. All of our UU University DVDs are available through the bookstore.
I will do that and show it to others in my congregation. I was moved by the stories told in the video and by the people in my small group.
We are hoping that our congregations learn to become communities of practice by making time for these kind of conversations.
Tell me more about that phrase, community of practice.
It means tending to the quality of our relationships. We need to practice being healthy, joyful and faithful by learning to walk together in love and trust.
I see.
Yes. These practices help us to be faithful.
Wow. That will mean some culture changes in our congregation. We will have to focus more on ministry. How will we know when we've made the culture change?
We know it when we feel it. It is a hard thing. And it makes people want to be a part of our congregations.
Oh. That is what we mean when we say we want to be a model of beloved community.
You've got it.
Our congregation is in flux right now. Can you help?
Could you be a little more specific?
Okay. Our current minister is retiring. What do we do?
You've come to the right place. We love to help congregations during times of transitions. In fact, we've got a doodad for that.
Tell me, how does it work?
Someone from a congregation calls their district office for advice.
Like when the minister is leaving and you need a new one?
Yes. Or you may need just educator. Some congregations might be looking for their first minister. These all involve entering a search process.
How does that work?
Basically, we help you to find a new religious leader.
We?
The transitions office at the UUA helps connect you to potential candidates. The ministerial settlement representatives and compensation consultants in each district help walk you through the process. We encourage you to hire an interim minister to help your congregation make a healthy transition.
I'm feeling overwhelmed.
We understand that this may be a stressful time for a congregation. We're here to support you each step of the way. We do everything we can to help you find a minister that is a good match for your congregation.
I feel better already. Let's get started.
I could use some help with my congregation.
I would be happy to help.
I'm having difficulty herding the cats.
Perhaps you need a border collie.
Please let me explain. I am finding it hard to lead so many people with so many different views.
That is not unusual. In fact, I have a thingamabob for that.
That's terrific. Tell me about it.
You need to have some meaningful conversations about values.
We don't talk about stuff like that. We are too busy trying to run the church.
Exactly. Churches need to live their values, not just run their programs.
True.
I can help you have deep conversations to help you to discern your highest shared values and give you direction.
Is this even possible for a UU?
Of course. There are some things that we all...
That doesn't sound very UU to me. Can you give me an example?
Sure. The great Unitarian theologian, James Luther Adams, proposed 5 smooth stones of liberal religion. We value possibility because we believe that revelation is open. We value love and teach that relationships are consensual and never coerced. We value courage to meet our obligation to work for justice. We value responsibility because we know that goodness must be cultivated. We also value joy in being the agents of change in the world.
Wow. Would you be willing to work with our congregation?
Of course.
It's good to see you. Last time we talked you had just become president of your congregation. How is that going?
We are worried because our congregation isn't growing. We've been stuck at the same number of members for years.
That is a challenge.
And now we are starting to lose members. 2 years ago we created a welcoming committee, but it hasn't seemed to help. What we need is some good advice.
We have a Liberty widget for that. We have resources to help unstick your congregation.
We would be happy if we just had more people to help volunteer on committees and to bring in more pledges.
People don't come to us just to serve on committees and hand over their money.
Good point.
People are attracted to churches that give their lives purpose and meaning, to help deepen their faith and live in the world.
I guess I have been too focused on keeping things running.
In churches that work as our ministry, how we live our mission in the world, people are much more likely to volunteer if that work feeds them, if it is shaped to help them grow spiritually.
And will this lead to growth?
If you offer an authentic spiritual home, the people who walk through your doors will want to stay.
How did you get so smart about growth?
The UUA website has great materials. The district offers local trainings, where I can meet other leaders and learn from them, too. It feels good to know there is so much help.
Yes, it does. And to feel part of something that is much bigger than just my congregation.
And now you can help the hundreds of people ready to walk through your doors feel the same way.
For more apps, doodads, and thingamajigs to help your congregation, go to the UUA website, keyword District Services.